I will go into a little bit about security. We're not going to cover security until the intermediate tutorial, but I want to talk about it here. How do you prevent people from going into the text here in browse mode and changing it this way? Well, security can disable these menus, as well as, along with custom menus, in fact, just completely remove it if you want. So when it comes to security and custom menus, we want to remember what we talked about here. So let's go back into layout mode. I like this little button right here. I'll shift click on these two and change them back to black text. So let's go ahead and show you how you can work with the text tool. Normally when you click on the text tool and then click on the editable layout area and then start typing, what happens is it just keeps on typing. You can certainly go ahead and resize it afterwards, but let's delete this off and see a different way of using the text tool. I'm going to click on it, and this time not clicking, I'm going to drag the size I want. It automatically sets up the margins for you right away. So if you know what size you want it to be, this can be a real time saver, and then you click outside here and you can still resize it, of course. We're going to get rid of that. And we're going to come over here and we're going to talk about defaults real quickly. Right now you'll notice that when we click that it comes out in a font size that looks like this, and the same font there. But what if we wanted it to be this default? What if we didn't want to type text with this size and this font? What if we wanted it to be this one? Well, what you can do is either Command on the Macintosh, Command click it, or on Windows Control click it. So just hold down that key on the keyboard and click the object you want. The next tool you start using uses that. If you don't want that, you go ahead and Command or Control click on something you want, and it changes the next time you use that. So there's only one default for all objects. It's not like fields have their own default and text blocks have their own default. They all have the same default. Even a default for a rectangle, even if it doesn't have a font, will have a font default stored with it. So you can Command or Control click on it and set the default that way as well. So we're going to get rid of that, and what we're going to do is we're going to move over to our list view. We're going to select all, and we're going to change everything to a different font. So we're going to go to our font and go to Verdana, and not quite there yet. There we go. Get that all changed so it's similar to the layout before. And then we're also going to go ahead and get our text tool and type in list view. Now since it's not coming out in the font I want, I don't have to remember. I want to match what's over here. I'm going to go back here, copy this, move back over here, and paste. That was a lot easier. Now all I have to do is double click on it and change it to list view. So now we've got a pretty good looking layout. We'll go back into browse mode, and you can see that in list view it shows you that it's in list view, and in this contacts layout it shows you in form view. In fact, what I'm going to do is real quickly go into layout mode, and we're going to change the name of this layout. So we can go ahead and go to the layouts menu and choose layout setup and just change it to form. There we go. Now we have a similar naming convention here, form and list. It makes it much easier. So that's it for the text tool, and we'll cover some more about layout mode in the next section.